Hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays to all of you. And we're going to be showing you a video of a vacation spot that we went to. It's in Mexico, Cancun, and the resort is called Villa del Palma. But I'm sure you're going to like the video. A lot of activities, events. It's a beautiful place, especially for those of you that have been hearing, just like me, about Cancun. I've always heard about it, but we decided to just go there and explore. So you're going to see the videos and you enjoy it as you know more about this place. There's so many resorts out there, but we picked Villa del Palma. In it, you're going to see how we went to even another island. I hope you enjoy it. And when you come back, maybe we might have a chat or two about it. But for now, enjoy the video, enjoy the sights and sounds of Villa del Palma, Cancun, Mexico. Going through customs now in Mexico, Cancun. Now, look at this place. This is my room, right? The bathtub, beautiful scenery. Check out the blue sea right there outside my window. You see that? Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that view. Guess what? As you will go with me, they're going to the jacuzzi. I have a jacuzzi right here in my bedroom. Look at that. Beautiful. Later, I'll be in here doing my thing. Blanca here in Cancun. The trees, the lights, the building, the pool. Nice resort, you would say, huh? That's what we're doing, Seth. Lovely couples, family coming around. Well, as a continuation of the Cancun experience, as you can see, I'm trying to swim in the ocean, okay? Taking my time, of course. I dare not go that far. But you know what? I'm enjoying it anyway. Cooling off in a hot, sunny day. What are you doing, Sam? Okay, so we are going on a boat cruise today, as you can see that boat over there. On a boat cruise to the other island. What are we doing?
Y mucho tequila, mucho tequila.
There you go, mucho tequila.
Let's go the rope, follow the rope.
They drag the rope, make you go fast. Welcome back. How did you enjoy Cancun, watching the sights and sounds? I hope you liked it. Hey, be my guest if you want to be a vacation person and want to have a vacation with your family. That's the place to go, okay? So for now, have a good time. Next time we're going to be going other places as well, and I will let you know how it went. I should bring you more fantastic videos. For now, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you. Thank you for watching. Next time we're going to talk about something else, but for now, just enjoy. Enjoy, have fun with your family, and don't worry about any other thing. Just believe that what you're doing now, you will only get better at it, all right? Always remember, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy holidays. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you guys had a blast. You had a good time. Tell me, how did you spend your New Year? I hope you had fun. You spent it with your family, or you went on a vacation. Slept a little bit more than usual, but I also made sure that I didn't go so fat. Okay. So welcome to this year. We all made it. Let's thank God for that. All right? So as we move on into this new year, so many opportunities are coming through, so many chances, and we don't want to miss out, right? I want to see us starting it good this year. Great. And that's why I want to share 6 things we can do to ensuring that we succeed this year in a fantabulous way, if I can put it that way. Okay? And hopefully it will make sense to you when you apply it. It's worked for me, and I believe it can work for you too. 6 steps. Here we go.
What are we doing, Seth?
Regardless of whatever bitterness or sadness or frustration or what have you, or even suicide and whatever, depression and all of negative stuff that you must have experienced or thought about, this year is a brand new year full of opportunities. Number one, appreciate little success, little achievements. Those little things, you know what they say about baby steps, right? Don't ignore baby steps. When you have baby achievements, it's a successful event. Celebrate it. Learn to be grateful for little achievements. When you can manage little achievements and you recognize it, very soon you're going to have a major breakthrough and you'll be able to manage it. You don't have to wait until there is a bound before you realize you have to celebrate at all. So the celebration can come in any way. The success can come in any way. Even your health. Celebrate it. Don't take anything for granted. Learn to appreciate little success so when the big one comes, you even appreciate even more. Okay? Number two, don't expect much from people. You know, a lot of people use excuses and they say, oh, because of my brother, my friend, my wife, my husband, or my whoever did not do this, did not do that. I was expecting so much and now I cannot succeed. Let me say this. When you give yourself excuses, you give yourself reasons to fail. Don't use an excuse as a reason to fail. Use it as a positivity to succeed. Don't expect much from people because people don't have your dreams. You are the one that have your dream. You are the one, it's up to you to make it a successful dream or not. Whatever you get or you give people to do for you, don't think that you can just go to bed. No, you can supervise, you can have a plan B and all of that. So don't expect too much from people because the people that you feel they can really help you might be the ones to disappoint. The ones that are least expected will be the ones that help you. All right? Like yourself, you can help yourself. Put yourself first in achieving goals and don't expect a lot. If it comes and it works out for you, that's fine. But don't rely or make your life reliant on people out there for your own goals. Okay? Number three, be on top of situations and not the other way around. Lots of people want, when they dwell on situations, what people say, and they dwell on their failures, and they find it very difficult to stand up in life. You don't want to do that. Don't dwell on situations that will keep you there. No, rather, make that situation an opportunity for you to succeed. All right? Whatever situation you see yourself, make the best of it. Number four, be happy always. It's priceless. A lot of people, you have a very charming smile. You don't even know you have it. A lot of us have a very beautiful smile that even radiates into the next person. Regardless of whatever situation you find yourself, always be happy. Why? It's free. How about that? What are we doing, Seth? Always be happy, regardless of whatever the situation is. Every situation is an opportunity for you to succeed, believe it or not. But that is how it works. So be happy always. When you fall, you can rise again. You fall, you can rise again. As long as you can rise up, hey, there's only one way to go, and that's the top. Be happy always. It could always radiate to the next person as well. It's very good. Try it out. Don't you like my smile? What are we doing, Seth? All right, moving on. Number five, don't dwell on negativity. This is a little bit relevant to the point I made earlier. You see, a lot of people in the midst of you trying to succeed will come around you and give very negative ideas, negative energy that comes to you. But guess what? You have the choice of making that negativity something you can dwell on, or you press the reject button. It is left for you to turn your whatever negativity you find yourself to positivity, and even if that doesn't work, press the reject button. You can never go wrong with that. Okay? So whatever the situation is, people will come around you that will tell you stuff that, might want to discourage you, that it does not really light out to what you want to say or what you want to achieve. But, it's okay. It's their view, right? You have the power to turn that negativity to a more positive approach. So please don't dwell on negativity, and that will help in ensuring that you will stay focused on whatever your dreams are and achieving them. Now, before we move on to the next one, I would like to say thank you very much for those that have subscribed to this channel. I really, really do appreciate it. We, the crew, everybody, we really do appreciate it. And for those that have not subscribed, please enjoy the content and don't fail to just take a second to subscribe, the thumbs up button, and drop comments, okay? And always remember to share as well. It's always nice to share, okay? Now, moving on to the last one. Be real with yourself. stop the fake life. What are we doing, Seth? Okay, a lot of us, we, as they say, fake it till we make it. Well, you see, sometimes it doesn't work. You know why? Because after some time, you can't keep up. When you live a fake life, a lot of things you might just miss out, all right? People will not really understand who you are. And when you are even in the right place to receive your blessings, because the impression you gave was wrong, you might miss out. You don't want to be in that situation. So be yourself. So when people understand you, they give you a right approach. You might get your blessings. You might get a breakthrough that comes with it. A lot of good things come with it when you are actually yourself. But when you are fake about it, it might only last for a while. But because of the wrong impression, it's not really yourself. You are more like an anonymous. People cannot really place you in the place where you can succeed. That could be very frustrating. You don't want to go that route, okay? You want to be yourself, be down to earth, let people understand you, because no man is an island, all right? Your breakthrough starts with you. You have to break through from that fakeness and be as real as possible as you can so that you can be authentic, you can be real, you can be reliable, okay? When you put those things in place, you are on your way to succeeding rather than going on the other route that we don't want to see ourselves in, okay? So I thought I should drop this out there. It's worked for me. It'll always work. You try it out. It will work. All right? I will also want to get your comments on this one because I think it's for us to have a brilliant year with the potential this year has. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you apply this to your life and let me get your comments on this. If you have more view, if you have more things you think we can do that is even better than mine or even more than what I've provided, please share it, drop comments, let us know. We would love to hear from you. All right? As we move on, always remember, do unto others what you want others to do to you. Happy New Year. We will talk again soon, folks. Bye-bye.
What are we doing, Seth?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. What are you doing, Seth? Today we lost another guy. He committed suicide. You know, the popular DJ that, he was once a DJ to the Ellen DeGeneres. For those that are fans, you remember the DJ, his name is Steven Switch, boss. That's his name, Steven. And I just feel bad, right now. It's just unfortunate that we have the rate of suicide missions, so to speak, relatively high. Way back when I used to hear over the news that people are committing suicide, they will stand on it like blind story building or, hang themselves and all that. You wonder, in a developed country, why would you want to do that? You have everything going on for you, right? But as I grow up, and even now I'm experiencing it, I'm in the developed country right now, where you wonder what is in the mind of people that will want to end it all. What are we doing, Seth? Okay, it's quite unfortunate in this case. Steven is just 40 years old, with family, with kids. He has a wife and beautiful children, but he's gone. What could have been the issue that made him go that route, you ask me? I can't really say, I can't read everybody's mind, but it's just unfortunate that more and more people are getting into that mission, which is not a good one, if you ask me. But again, I'm not judging him. No, not even close. Okay, I'm not here to do that. But I'm just showing empathy. I'm wondering what could make someone decide to take his or her life. What is so worth it for someone to just decide to take his or her life? Like I said earlier, in a country where you think you have it all, everything is going well for you. In this case, Stephen was very popular. He was a star, right? He was at some point working with a celebrity. He became a celebrity with that, and he was doing good, so we think. Lovely family, everything was just all right, just like a normal person should, right? All of a sudden you hear the person commit suicide. So you never really know what's in somebody's mind. It might be pleasurable outside, everybody will see you, oh, you're so pleasant, you're so nice, but you don't know what's going on. I can understand that. I can relate with that, actually. Because in life, there are stages, sometimes very difficult stages. And this varies, with people. But it's a stage where if you don't manage it well, you might go that route. And I don't wish that for anybody, but I just wonder what could have been in his mind for him to make that decision. I don't know, like I said, and in a country where you think you can succeed, you do whatever you put your mind on, it can work for you, coming from an African mindset, you wonder, you have it all, why do that? Talking about Africans, they don't have it all, right? They are struggling to survive, but they don't commit suicide. Maybe they do, but at a very low rate, not compared to the ones in a more civilized society. You wonder why, even when they are struggling in all aspects, economically, family, you name it, all right? Africans living in Africa especially, maybe they think about it. Yeah, I think we all do. I have, yeah. And I'm sure, a lot of people have. But you don't end in that state and make that kind of decision, okay? So, but in the African perspective, you will see that doesn't really happen. There are even some stars, Nollywood stars, that have thought about it. They are humans. Because like I said, there's a phase in your life where things might be difficult and everything. You might just think of it. But it ends there. You move on. I know you guys must have heard of them. Some stars, even in Nigeria, you have a Calabar chick, right? T-Blaze. You also have Tonto Dike. I'm sure you guys know that one. Julius Agu, John Okafor, I think that's Ibu, right? And Mochera. So many. These folks lived to tell the story. I wish a lot of us could think like that, right? Even though you can go through such emotions, all right? But you live to tell the story and say it's not worth it. We should always remember that this life that we have was given to us. It's not just something you just pick from the ground or, and we can also understand that we all go through issues and all of that. But you think going that route will solve it? Now, he left behind a loving family. I don't know what happened with the family. Maybe it involved that or not. I can't say. But with what we know, he had kids and all of that. And now he's gone and left them behind. So, some have the perspective that it's selfish for somebody to do that. Regardless, especially on the other hand, he's a family or she's a family person. What will happen to the family that you left behind? Did you think about that? A lot of them come out and say, I have a loving wife, loving children, loving lovey-dovey and everything. And they end up killing themselves. What are we doing, Seth? Do we really understand that when it happens like that? In this case, that was the impression was given everyone. He has a family, they have everything going for them and all of that. Okay, so I'm just wondering what's in his mind. What happened? What went wrong that he had to take that route? It's so unfortunate. At an early age of 40, it's unbelievable. What could be the issue in life that could make you compromise or eliminate yourself? That is not a good story to tell, right? We all want to leave legacies to our children. Right now, the children will hear about that and they think it's okay when they grow up. Do you know how it will affect the children psychologically as they keep growing? What would they say? These are the things we have to consider, especially when you have loved ones around that will depend on you. And Stephen has a lot of fans that were looking up to him. It's so bad that you even find out that those that even want to end their life, unfortunately, they involve innocent souls. They go out there and kill people in schools, parties, big gatherings. You will hear stories where you will see these people having mass shooting and killings, and they end up killing themselves as well because they want to commit suicide. In developed countries, what are we doing, Seth? In our next video, I'm going to talk about 5 things you can do to avoid committing or ending your life. 5 things. I'm going to spray it out, but it's going to be on the next video, so you guys watch out. But for now, hey, please and please and please, taking your life does not solve the issue at all. Like I said, it's not your life. Now, if you want to talk about life, let's talk about who gave it to us. The God Almighty gave us. If you look at Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, I have to refer to that because that's what life is all about. It's about how we got here, who gave it to us. The person who gave it to us said, verse 5, trust in him with all your heart and don't lean on your understanding. Many of us live without understanding. And you have to understand that our understanding is very limited. So when you are limited based on what you know and you are limited, you might take wrong decisions. And this goes back to what we were talking about in one of our videos when we talk about emotions, all right? Emotions is very deep. So you have to be very careful even when you are making decisions about anything, especially your life, okay? So moving forward, guys, think about it. Make sure that when you're making decisions, you involve people. You involve yourself deeply and ask if there's a way out. There is always a way out if you ask me. Because if you decide to give up, it means you didn't really look out for options much more than you can before making up your mind. There is always a way out. Nobody said it's going to be a bed of roses anyway. So, and nobody said killing yourself would be a solution. All right? Well, folks, I just wanted to drop that today. I want to get your take. Is it the best thing to do if you are confused, if you're tired, frustrated in life? Is the only way to kill yourself? You tell me. I don't think so, but I would like to get your take. I know we all go through issues. We all go through all the ups and downs. Yeah, we can all relate to that, okay? Regardless whether you're rich or poor, it doesn't matter. A lot of people that are even killing themselves are doing well. Those that are struggling, they think about it, but they don't see it as an option. That's why they live to tell the story, all right? Right now, you're going back to the one that gave you life. What are you going to tell him? That's if you believe in that, okay? What are you going to say? It's the same thing. It's like you giving your son something and your son messes it up, okay? And it comes back to you. Would you be happy? But again, like I said, I'm not judging anybody. This program is not here to judge anyone because we are humans. We go through situations, all right? But we need to do better in the decisions we make when it comes to emotional and otherwise, especially emotional. We'll be talking more about it in another video like this, and I would like to get your take. Thank you for those that have subscribed. If you haven't, please kindly do share it and drop comments, okay? We really do appreciate it. Always remember, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Have a great day. We'll talk again. Bye-bye.
Hi there.
What is that?
Yeah!
Hi there.
The blood of Jesus.
Run.
You know, when I was in Nigeria, in Nigeria, let's put it that way, we used to want our kids, our children to greet us traditionally, the way we were brought up. How you greet your parents in a more respectable manner. It only shows what kind of home that child comes from, right? The morals and the values they inculcate in their children. Until we started getting ourselves too westernized and the children started greeting us in a very funny way. I wonder if you can relate to what I'm saying, because it's really, really happening. And even in Nigeria, you find out that the way children that have not even traveled out before, the way they relate to their parents, and the parents encourage it. Today, we'll be looking at how these kids have evolved due to the westernization of the way our values have changed and how it has been influenced. What are we doing, Seth? You know, way back when you used to see when you want to greet your elders, you want to greet your parents. In some culture, you prostrate. In some culture, even if you want to shake, you shake with your head down just to show respect. And you greet your parents in your own dialect. In the Yoruba, you say Ekaro. In Calabar, you say Mesere. But at least at that point, at that time, you will see that the values are still there and the respect is still very high. So the westernization came and, you know, what do you have? You see children coming around you telling you, hey, dad. Oh, hey, mom. What's up, dad? Sometimes they don't even greet at all. They just wake up in the morning and the first thing they will ask you is, what are we going to eat? The values have changed dramatically, really. And it is cuts across all genders, most of it especially. I know there are still some sectors of the people, maybe in the northern side, I think that they still hold the core value of at least greetings in the more traditional way. So what has happened? Westernization. We've allowed so much movies from the Western world in the way we dress, the way we talk. I mean, you see your son or your daughter coming to you in Nigeria, tell you, I wanna, you know, acting funny, and in the music and everything, that has really, really affected our culture. We don't even know where we come from anymore. Now, the worst part of it is we can't even teach our children our language. Growing up, we want them to speak English, and English, that's it. Our language is now secondary. It's even affected. I can even understand in Nigeria, you can still try to put this in place for your children, right? Traditionally and otherwise. The ones outside the country, oh my goodness. If you tell them what the meaning of their name is, they don't even know. They really want to go. And the thing is, the parents actually encourage it. Some parents, they are so westernized, they encourage it so much that you will see even the parents, when they see their children come and say, hey dad, the father will say, oh, that's my son. He's speaking like an American, or what have you. What are we doing, sir? So when that happens, you see that our own values that are actually very, very rich, it's secondary to the children. And before you know it, our kids, let me say children, because even the word kid itself is another story entirely, what it means. Our children, they don't see our culture as relevant. Some of them that are even in the diaspora don't even want to know where Nigeria is. They don't care. I mean, no thanks to the way even Nigeria is, economical or otherwise, but it makes it easier for them to even, wave it aside. It shouldn't be that way, right? We should still inculcate into our children the core values of our traditions, especially the good parts that can even help them in terms of language, dressing, and all of that. So how else can I put it when you see your children not even able to dress and be proud of their tradition? So folks, even in diaspora right now, what they do is, those have recognized that, look, there is a problem. And they're trying to see how they can still hold on to that culture and, maybe have events where you display your traditional wear, attire, food, and what have you, But again, the hurt is really deep right now, that you see a lot of difference in the way the children think. Children that are, were brought up from Nigerian parents, that live with Nigerian parents, all right, even outside Nigeria or wherever, and they don't really bother anymore. What are we doing, sir? I think it's best, because we start to lose a lot rather than gain when we don't inculcate this to our children's children. The culture is very rich. It's funny because other cultures, the Indians, the Chinese, regardless of the fact that they are in maybe US or UK or wherever, they still maintain their culture. You see the children growing up in a foreign land, still speaking their language, eating their own food, and what have you. They still represent where they come from. But can Nigerians really say that? What are we doing, sir? This also allows us not to put our values in place, our cultural ethics in place. And now, because of the way it is, we are now imbibing another culture and blaming each other for why it's like that. It has to start from us, right? So we should be able to see how we can get this done before it's very late. Right now, they don't know what their names are. They're now calling themselves foreign names. Even us as parents, we give our children foreign names. You cannot really identify whether this is Igbo or Hausa. And you see, when you do that, you only make a mockery, really, of where we come from. So when you see a foreigner ask you whether you still live on trees, don't get mad, because you've thrown away your values and culture and imbibe theirs. So what do you expect from them? Come on, what are we doing, Seth? I think it's time we realize this, starting from us, and let's stop putting religion or whatever. No. It has nothing to do with, you have to call your son Peter or John. Those are English names. Okay, let's not go there. Call your children meaningful names that signifies where you come from. At least that culturally, value-wise, economy-wise, and what have you, enriches where you come from. I want to hear more of Emeka, Chukwudi, Ekaite, Yinka, what have you, and all the aspects of our culture reflected in our names, in the way we dress, in the way we talk. Talking about the way we talk. Every Nigerian wants to talk like a foreigner. I wanna, ain't it? If you are the English people, ain't it? What have you? In America, say, I wanna, and you cannot even pronounce Atlanta very well. At the end of it, somebody that was born here, when they hear you talk, they just laugh. Oh, you have an accent, or, I can tell by the way you talk that, you want to be a wannabe. What are we doing, Seth? We don't have to force it, okay? So I want where you name your children to signify where you're from. I remember way back when Arnold Schwarzenegger was coming into America and they asked him to change his last name. No, and he said, if you make yourself relevant, they will learn to spell your name, they will learn to pronounce your name, and that was what happened. At that time, Schwarzenegger was almost impossible to pronounce. That's just an example. In a lot of Nigerians too that have given themselves value to the society,
The society were able to pronounce their names. They can pronounce yours too. You don't need to change it to another foreign name. You don't need it at all. Our culture is rich enough to export, to be valuable worldwide, okay? So let's see how it goes by reflecting your culture, starting from your name, even food. These days, you will see if all people that are even non-Nigerians eating Nigerian food with so much relish. Why? Because at some point, we have now realized that, look, our culture and even our food is very rich. It's organic, it's very good for the body. Why hide it? There was a time you can't eat amala in public or eba with your fingers. You will see Nigerians using fork to eat amala. I'm telling you, way back, or eba, because they are in public. But these days, you see them using their hands because they love it and they do it so well. Guess what? So, moving forward, let's see how we can do more of that. So this can reflect from generation to generation. It's not just about money. It has a whole lot to do more than that, So let's get this done. Let's see ourselves. My children, they don't bear English names. Yeah, they don't. They bear their traditional name to reflect where they're from, even though they still struggle a little bit to speak our language. But at least they say it's still something they cannot do without their names. And we try as much for them to wear our clothes as well. That's how you do it. And you will see with time, even them and their friends and all that will realize that, wow, I like this. I want to wear this and all that. You have to love yourself first. You have to love where you're from before somebody else can love too. Right? Let's get this done at least. Okay? Hey, let me get your comments. For those that are subscribed, awesome. And I hope you enjoy the content. It's been marvelous. I'm really humbled and I'm very, very much encouraged that you guys are really encouraging me to go ahead with this. And thank you for those that have done it. Those who haven't, kindly subscribe, be part of history, share this link to your friends, and drop comments. Your comments have been very, very encouraging, and that has, made this program to keeping on. All right?
Hi there.
What is that?
Yeah!
Hi there.
The blood of Jesus.
Run.
Always remember, do unto others what you want others to do to you. Bye-bye. What are we doing, Seth, right now? We're taking a cruise right here in Cancun. And here, we're going to be having a little brief chat about the World Cup. The World Cup is on, it's all cracking up, everybody's screaming for the, country as a fan and all of that. But guess what? We have a gentleman here that will be telling us a little bit about the World Cup and maybe a little bit of predictions. He's a Nigerian, of course, but he's also an African. All right? His name? Latunde, aka Omo Ajao. Lati, tell us, what do you think about the World Cup so far?
Oh, it's pretty interesting. The opening ceremony is awesome, right? Countries coming together, performing the after shows and everything. It's really fun.
Right. In fact, there was our own local Kids Daniel was part of the show and opening these ceremonies for the World Cup. Right. Now, we have big boys in the World Cup already. We have
Brazil,
let's go.
Germany,
Yes.
Germany, Japan, two at the match.
Oh wow, that was unexpected. Right. Yeah, right. But it was all fun. So, anyways, moving on. How about the African teams? Come on now.
Well, I can't but go for my African team.
That's right. That's
Senegal,
right.
they played really well today, surprisingly. And we have Ghana, Cameroon,
Tunisia,
Morocco.
That's right.
I wish them all the best.
Yes, they are really pumping it, and they have given some, we should not say upsets, but they've been very, very impressive.
Let's wait for that.
Let's wait for that.
Yeah.
So far, I think they're doing good though.
So far.
And hopefully they'll be able to do even more than what the last Cameroon did at the quarterfinals
against England.
I think that's the max Africans have done.
That's the max.
Let's see what these guys will do this time. By the way, so as we go forward, who do you think, as your predictions, will be that can win the World Cup?
That's a tough one.
It is.
We have France doing good, 100% record.
That's right.
We have Brazil, 100% record. So
England.
England, not 100% record,
No.
but
Netherlands.
tough one. But
Belgium.
but I would think it's between France and Brazil.
France and Brazil. Interesting from Olati. Well, what do you think, guys? Who do you think will win the World Cup Qatar 2022? Huh? Predict right. I don't know about the Africans though, but hey, anything can happen. Hey, what are we doing, sir? All right? But hey, tell me, before you go, Olati, what do you say about the scenario here in Cancun?
Cancun is a great place to be.
Oh, yeah?
Always, you can't get it wrong. You can't get it wrong.
That's right.
Great place for vacation, to relax with your family.
That's right.
The best place to be, really.
Yeah. You might save a little for it if you want to make it gradual. But hey, if you have the money, spend it, enjoy yourself. That's what we're doing here in What Are We Doing, sir. Like I said, this edition is strictly casual. World Cup, football, soccer, whatever you call it, and all the fun and razzmatazz that you can get in a reserve like this. Beautiful. And by the way, next time we'll be looking more into the analysis, as especially if the Africans progress even more in the edition. We can't wait. Lovely for soccer, lovely football. And by the way, look at the coaches of African teams. Are you not impressed?
I'm really, really impressed.
Yes.
And by the way, I hope Nigeria do qualify for the next next one.
You miss Nigeria right now.
I do miss Nigeria. The striker because
and the likes.
And the likes. I really hope they do qualify for the next competition.
Well, again, we are talking about the coaches, Olati. The coach for Senegal is from Africa. The coach from Ghana is from Africa. And they are really playing good football.
They're really playing good.
Did you ever expect that?
No, not for this World Cup. But I think we're beginning to see more of African coaches coming out, which is good for the continent.
Yeah. We are beginning to even believe more in ourselves.
And I hope, even the new coach in the Premier League, Kolotore, is being appointed as Wigan.
Oh yeah, really?
Yes.
Awesome. They're beginning to integrate culture, so to speak, into the game. It's fantastic.
That's really good.
Even the Crystal Palace coach,
Patrick
Vieira. I mean, come on now. Hey, I think you're doing good, but this is more even impressive that there are local coaches in Africa coming to the max of football, the World Cup, and they are really impressive. Whoever saw that coming? Hopefully, the Nigerians too will always think and believe in themselves and give the local coaches. Yeah, they only say they try them out, but we need to believe for the long term, not quickly get in touch with whoever is not your color or something. But anyway, it's only going to get better. Look at what is happening in the World Cup. I'm so impressed. Hopefully it goes a little bit more than that. Hopefully. Fantastic. And next time when it's going on, all credits should be given to the local coaches.
Right.
What are we doing, sir? All right? So, before you go, Olati, there's this thing we always do in the program. Oh yeah, you know how we do it. Are you ready to show it?
Sure I am.
All right, do it. Hey,
What are we doing, sir?
there you go. What are you doing, Seth? What are you doing, Seth? Please do something that will be impressive for you, for the people around you, and for your generation. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Set a legacy for yourself, all right? Have a good time, folks. Enjoy the World Cup. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, how you doing? Good to have you back on the show. What are you doing, Seth? We are in the holiday season, as you can see. Thanksgiving, vacations, and Christmas is coming soon. How about that? What are we doing, Seth? But it's a pleasure again coming around. But again, I don't know how to put this, but you have to watch out, even as everybody's enjoying, vacationing and all of that, having a good time. Watch your back, okay? I'm saying this because, if you hear what's trending, a lot of people are, going out there and you want to see your loved ones come back, right? So there are some situations where we're hearing, where people are going and they're not coming back, and you hear funny stories. So even if you are going with a group of friends, you have to be very careful. Who really are your friends? How would you know? Okay, how good do you know them? Trusting them enough for you to be part of them wherever you guys decide to go. So, there was this case in the US where a lady went to Mexico with friends and she never got back. So the story was she went with friends, okay, to jolly and have a good time. That's what you expect. And what happened was One of the ladies, which is incidentally is an entrepreneur, she's doing good for herself. And reports came in that they didn't see her. After a while, they said she committed suicide, that she killed herself and all of that. All right? Investigation is still on, but what we're now hearing, it's a little bit of a different scenario. Maybe, the friends had something to do with it. It's quite unfortunate when you hear things like that. Like there was one that even happened in Saudi Arabia where the lady went, I think, to get a job or something, a Kenyan lady, right? Was told that she also killed herself. Apparently, not really the case. Because they found bruises when the autopsy came out, and there were suspicions that, maybe somebody was affected. So a lot of stories out there. So, hey, guys, just be careful. But the one that even back to home is the one that happened in Nigeria, where a lady that was supposed to be a wife of one of the governor's aide or something, I'm sure you guys know the story. Found out that the husband was, having another affair, and she couldn't take it, and she killed herself. That actually is not killed by someone else, but she actually did it. But bottom line here is we just have to be careful. Do you really have to, even if you want to talk about it right now? The worst that can happen is, you leave the relationship. If you think your relationship is toxic, okay, and you've tried all what you can do to make it work and it's not working, the best you can do is just let go. You don't need to be in a situation where you're not happy, you're frustrated, you're having a headache, you can't sleep, headache. You don't have to tolerate or endure for that long, or else you're going to have a miserable life. So if you think that it's not worth it, the best you can do, just walk away. And when you do walk away, you feel relieved and you realize that, okay, you can actually do it, then you do it. You move on, okay? But killing yourself or hurting yourself or hurting someone else, it's not worth it to do all of that. No, it's not. Oh, remember, it's not your life though. Somebody gave you that life. So I don't think it's right for you to take that life from that person or hurt that person. So I think that's the most reasonable thing to do. I would rather live to enjoy my life rather than tolerate in a relationship that is toxic. You want to be happy, right? Okay? We all make mistakes. Ending your life, it's not an option. I understand the power. People say, can you die for me? No. I want to live for you. I'm tired of somebody telling me, oh, you love me, right? Okay, can you die for me? No. Hey, hold on. What are we doing, Seth? The plan is you live to love each other and stay forever as much as you can. Not die for me. In this case, the lady couldn't take it anymore and she, killed herself because she found out that the husband was apparently having another affair. I don't think it's worth it to, compromise your life because of a partner. No. I don't think it's worth it. What do you say? What do you guys say out there? To me, I don't think it's good enough. Even if you love that person unconditionally or whatever, and it turns out the person wasn't who you think he or she is, and you end up, eliminating yourself. To me, it doesn't make sense. I don't know, is that part of love too, being in love? You guys tell me, I don't know, I don't understand it that way. Okay, I would rather live to love you rather than die to love you. I don't get it. Okay, it's not really funny, but what are we doing, Seth? Okay, so as we jolly and as we have a good time, of course we should. It's December, right? Please go out there, have fun, have a good time, but make sure you look out for yourself and others, and just be careful out there and don't get too carried away, and just take it easy, all right? As we move forward, kindly subscribe. For those who have, I'm really, really grateful. I love you all. Thank you so very much for everything you've done. So, for this channel to move and keep moving on is all very much appreciated here. And we'll just keep bringing out the content as much as we could. And if you have suggestions, hey, please don't forget to comment, share, and thumbs up as usual. For those that are just new, hey, you know how it goes. Please go ahead and subscribe. That would be awesome. All right. Always remember, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Have fun, everybody. We will talk again soon. Bye-bye. I've got the power. Remember that song? Power. The ultimate prize, or is it gift, that anyone can want to have, whether in your home or as a leader. As a leader, we'll be looking at
African leaders especially. Of course, touching a little bit about on some other leaders outside Africa, but basically with our dear continent Africa, where we have leaders, or is that rulers, whichever you want to put it, that have the ultimate prize to actually serve the people with the power and provide what they need. Is that the case in Africa? We'll be looking at one or two instances and see if it's really ideal for Africa to be in charge or to be in power for a very long time, maybe for even forever. You can even die on it. Really? What are we doing, Seth? We'll be back.
What are we doing, Seth?
So, Africa has lots of leaders in the individual countries that stay so long in power. The question you ask is to do with what? I remember when I was young, much younger than now. Yeah, I know. They tell us the leaders of tomorrow. Well, okay. As you can see, my beard doesn't really look as thick as before, right? It's all mixed up with all kind of colors, okay? Get to see someone that has been promised that till date to be a leader. You're getting old, that's what it means. What are we doing, Seth? Okay, and right now, we are faced with a situation in a lot of African countries that they just hold on to power, should I say, for dear life? Check it out. Most African countries have leaders that, they have the opportunity, whether they forced to get it, they were democratically elected or whatever, they get into power and that's it, they don't want to let it go. Yeah, we all know the adage that says, power intoxicates. But this intoxication, does it actually last forever? Or is it power actually gets you addicted? Okay, you tell me. Hey, because I don't know, okay? Now, let's look at some of the countries that have leaders, rulers, whatever you call it, that have been there for a very long time, and yet they least provide what the country actually needs. So it's more like a family business. A whole nation put in somebody's pocket because he or she has the ultimate power and do whatever he likes. Now, don't tell me that there are some countries that, that have long-reigning presidents, head of state, or leaders, or whatever you call it. But the difference is, unlike the African countries, these leaders, they actually do a lot for their countries. Basic amenities are provided. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that it's a good thing to be in power forever or, what have you. What I'm just saying is, there is always the ability to be better when power is transferred. When you make power not to be a private business or something you think that you can hold on to, or you think you are the best for over 40 years and you think no one else comes close to be better than you. I mean, really? What are we doing, Seth? Okay? So, but what I'm saying is, especially in the African continent, you have a lot of people that cling onto power, especially the leaders, and they don't want to let go. And as if that is not bad enough, they don't provide what the people need. And they don't want to let go of power for somebody else to try. There's this guy, Furo Nasingbe. He's been there 15 years, right? Been a while. What has Togo really benefited from it? Yeah, the president of Namibia has been there 19 years, okay? And you have Ismail Omar that's been there 20 years. That's from Djibouti. Then you also have Eritrea, Isaias Afwerki. If I don't pronounce the name well, sorry, you can always look it up. That is about 27 years. Then you also have from Rwanda, Paul Kagame, 20 years. Okay, you have Idris from Chad, 29 years. Uganda, 35 years. That's Museveni. I've been hearing that name forever. Then you also have Congo, 36 years. You have the one from Equatorial Guinea. Guess what? 40 years and counting. And of course, Paul Biya. I've heard that name forever too. 44 years. Take that away from my age. I was really little when I started hearing that name. Now, what has the country gained from such leadership? That is the key here. Now, I know some people will say, oh, okay, how about the president in Iran or, in Russia? I said Russia is about 17 years thereabout. Iran is about 30-something years. But like I say, here's the difference. In Africa, most of the leaders, what have they provided compared to the non-Africans?
All right, you can tell me the basic amenities. I'm not even going as far as, huge infrastructural ability and empowering the people and all of that. Just the basic infrastructure. How many African countries, especially in the East, South, West, have actually provided what they need to be provided as basics: lights, roads, jobs, make life much better, the health and all of that. To their countries, and they've served so long. I've got the power. Yes, I know. But what have you done with it? Is it for your business, for your pocket only, or to actually serve your country? You tell me. Power. Power to the people. Well, I don't know about that in Africa. I'm yet to see where there's actually power to the people. The elections, if we go on smoothly, and does it actually go on smoothly? Or is it a matter of do or die? What are we doing, Seth? The irony is we've just made, compromise a lot on our life, on the way we should live, when the whole world, guess what, is actually relying on Africa to survive. We have the best resources that is rich enough to be enough for everybody, really, without fighting, without holding on to power or anything. You know what? I was a bit curious. Number one, that is the highest current leaders who have served for the longest amount of time. Number one is from Africa. Paul Biya, I've told you I've heard that name in quite a long time, decades. He's been there for over 40 years. And his next is another African country, Equatorial Guinea, 37 years. You have Angola, number 3, 37. Number 4, Mugabe, 37. Iran, well, I know that's not an African country. That has served for 35 years. Then you have Kazakhstan, Cambodia is 32, Kazakhstan is 33. Then you have Uganda, a lot of African countries, 30-something years, 40-something years. Watch this video.
Pourquoi je suis en vedette? C'est qui tous ces gens qui sont là? Pourquoi je n'ai pas demandé ça? Est-ce qu'il y a des gens importants là?
Les ministres qui sont dans la salle. Le président Kagame a parlé, il est parti, introduit.
Non.
Le monsieur vous a introduit. Il y avait un monsieur debout qui vous a introduit.
Je dois parler maintenant.
Vous pouvez rester assis, parler assis. Vous pouvez parler assis, étant assis.
Ici?
Oui.
Pourquoi?
What are we doing, Seth? Okay, I'm just focusing on Africa, right? The African race have come of age. I think it's about time we don't make power as a private business. No, in your country. If you know, look at developed countries. I've seen presidents, and I'm sure you guys know, when you don't have the capability, and there's so much pressure, people don't like you anymore, step back. It doesn't stop anything. It doesn't change your life. Maybe it will a little bit, but for you to have gotten to that level, you must have achieved a lot for yourself too, right? Most times when you earn power, you should be able to, do something and let go for others, because nobody is perfect, even you as a leader, right? I don't see why you cling on to power for a long time and yet nothing really happened. Coming to talk about Nigeria, I should give Nigeria kudos, because in Nigeria, it's not in the list. What does that tell you? At least, if for anything at all. We try to hold on to power though, hey, but we let go. So our name is not there in Nigeria, but that's a good sign. That's a good thing. Okay, and is it okay for one to aspire regardless of the age? I think so. You can, if you have your dream of being the president of your country, even when you are, in your 70s, your 60s, that's fine. There are some world leaders that are that age and they achieved their dream. So there's nothing wrong achieving your dream, regardless of what age you attain. The question is, when you achieve your dream, in this case, power, what do you do with it? Do you now say, oh, at last, I'm on top of the mountain, nobody else is going to come after me, or I'd rather die there? Is that what it is to have power? All right, so power in Africa, we have power, right? But do we also have service? Question. All right, let me get your take on these, folks. And before we go on, watch this video. What do you think about the video? Now, that is someone, I'm not going to mention any name, but the video can say it all. Okay? You do your own research. Imagine somebody has been in power for a long while, okay? Now, he doesn't want to let go. He's been there and he's aging. You know, some folks, some parts I'm hearing, maybe he has a shortage of memory, health issues, but you still don't want to let go of power. You tell me. So, is power intoxicating? Is it addictive? Or what else? Is it worth it? So you tell me, after watching that video, if you are someone in leadership, if you think you have done enough, or you think you cannot do more than what you can, let somebody else try. Hey, after all, you pray every day to God, right? God has the ultimate power, but he has provided so much for us. He has provided so much, and he has given us freedom. Take that as a warning note and see if you can do that yourself. It shouldn't be that hard. Power, everybody. I like to be in power as well. How about you? Whatever position you see yourself, give it your best. When it's time, just go. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right. All right, folks? Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Give a thumbs up. Please also share. As we move on with this show, thank you for those that have subscribed. It's been awesome. We will all keeping on. And always remember, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Power to the people. Bye-bye.
What are we doing, Seth?